I'm 24Heavy, fresh off the porch with dirty glove bastards. Get it.
$100,000 on 100 shit. Rock the blows up in the bundle hit. Throw the 100 bag.
24Heavy.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for being here today, man. How you feeling?
I feel amazing, man. I feel amazing, blessed.
Yeah, I'm excited for this, man. You got quite a story to tell, man.
Yeah, man, I got a real story, man. My story real, that was separated from the other story, you know what I mean?
All right, so let's start at the beginning here. You're Atlanta native?
I'm an Atlanta native. Yes, I am. Yeah. From the west side of Atlanta.
From the west side, from the Bluff neighborhood, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. For people not from Atlanta, can you try and paint a picture of what it was like in the Bluff when you were growing up?
In the Bluff, man, it was treacherous.
Yeah.
It was the survival of the fittest. Like if you know, outside inside, it was rough. Like you know the breakdown, the Bluff.
Yeah.
BLUFF. Better leave, you fucking fool. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it was treacherous, man. Like everybody had their own corners, cuts. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So you can't like it was no gang banging, but you know you ran your street, or either you or somebody else ran the next street. So you had to choose which side to go to and which way not to go, because you know you got 13-year-old, 12-year-old that were packing fire and ready to, you know, get hurt by their territory. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So treacherous, man.
And your dad passed away a few months before you were born.
Yeah, man. My dad passed away when my mom was like 5 or 6 months pregnant with me. Yeah. And the dude that actually signed my birth certificate, man, is a piece of shit. Like I don't respect him, like, you know, but. Yeah, my dad, man. Rest in peace, Frankie Spencer.
Yeah, and you also had 4 sisters growing up, right?
Yeah, 4 sisters, man. My sister dope.
Yeah.
Like when I was growing up, like my sisters were there, like when it was time to fight, whatever. Like we fight niggas, and it don't matter. It can be 10 dudes and just us 4. Yeah. I mean, them 4 and me. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And like my sisters were ready, man. They ride for me. They been supporting me, you know what I mean? So, you know, my sisters, they dope as hell. Yeah.
So did you have any male role models growing up?
Actually, nah, man, cause my dad had passed and my uncles was in prison, so, you know what I mean? My cousins, they was, well, I had a couple cousins that was, you know, with it, but I had a couple lame ass cousins, so like I was like, hell no, I can't hang around them, or I can't be angry with them, you know what I mean? So I ain't had no male role models growing up. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. And you mentioned in previous interviews that you didn't have to be in the streets, that you kind of chose to be in the streets.
Well,
what was it about that lifestyle that kind of attracted you to it?
Well, like, I mean, I've been in the streets since I was like 12, you know what I mean? But I was also playing sports, you feel what I'm saying? I played quarterback from 7 years all the way up to high school, you feel what I'm saying? But what made people respect me more, because I was in the streets too. Yeah. And like, even though I had no guidance, the streets showed me different things to do, which way to go in. But I was into sports, man, but I kept that fire in the locker room. They'll tell you, I had it in the locker room with me, like, man, I had a rough life growing up, but I really didn't have to be, because my mom supported me financially, but like majority of the time, you know, she be working, so she'll miss games and stuff like that, so it kind of made me lose confidence in sports. And she always told me like, hey, look, you know you ain't got no dad or you ain't got no male figure, so you got to get out here, and I can't teach you how to scratch your arms up or you know, get knots on your head or, you know what I mean? So she gave me the leeway, like, you gotta learn this stuff yourself, because I can't teach you this. I can teach you what I know, you know what I mean? So yeah, my mom, man, she always told me, man, like, hey, get out there. Yeah. You know what I mean? She saying she don't support it, but go. Yeah. You know? Yeah.
I got you. And you mentioned you jumped in the streets pretty early, and you caught 7 armed robbery charges when you were 14?
Man, I had 7 armed robbery charges when I was 14 years old. I was 14 in high school. I was playing high school football with a house arrest bracelet on my leg. No, these are facts. Like anybody that went to school with me know. I attended Washington High School on the west side of Atlanta, and like, man, I was 14 on house arrest.
Yeah, they wanted
starting quarterback.
They wanted to try you as an adult, right?
Because see, I was going to court with the adults because my charges were all, part of 7 deadly sins. I had 7 armed robbery because like it was a group of people that got robbed, you know what I mean, and assault with a deadly weapon 7 different times because the people that got robbed was, allegedly hit upside the head with guns and. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I was 14. I ain't proud of it, but man, shit, that what I got caught up for. It was, the way of life. Then I ain't see no other ways.
Yeah. Now, was that the case that landed you in prison for 6 years?
No, the case that landed me in prison. The case that landed me in prison for 6 years was something similar, but I got arrested for allegedly robbing a video shoot. And taking someone's jewelry, and I went and did the time.
How old were you then?
On the scruff. I was like 20, 21.
Okay.
Yeah, so like they say I robbed the video shoot. The artist say I took his jewelry. So I went and did my time for it. Yeah.
So before you went in, were you interested in making music?
Hell yeah, I've been doing music since I was 12. But I just love the streets.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like when I fell in love with the streets just, because they kind of gave me open arms. You see what I'm saying? Like the homeless people, the older teens that was in the hood, like they greeted me with open arms. So like the streets was my father, you know what I'm saying? Like the streets was my cousins and my brothers and my uncles, because I ain't have that in my life, you feel what I'm saying? So that's where I learned from, the streets. Yeah, that's just what was going on then. Like you either gonna be a part of this, or you gonna grow up to be someone that, people overlook, So, me, I was a bad one growing up. I did all the sneaking. Yeah. I was the one that sneaked. I never fought straight up. I didn't start fearing people from sneaking them. You see what I'm saying? Like, because I was a little nigga. Yeah. Like, I can't fight these big niggas. I didn't care if you were my size, bigger, smaller. I'ma sneak you. Yeah. And people didn't know that. Really, like, I couldn't fight. I just had a full sneak attack, and I talked to one of my uncles in prison when I was like 13 or 10. Nah, I was probably like 12 or 10, in between that range. And I'm like, man, I'm tired of, because I had one dude I was fighting all the time, man, and I could never beat him. His arms was long. So I'm trying to ask my uncle. He called from prison one day, and he was like, man, look, hit the chin, catch him unexpected. And from that point on, man, that's all I was doing. I was catching the chin and knocking him out. And then it started feeling everybody in my hood. So, because that's all I did. Like, if we were at the park and I got a problem with a particular person, and he might have said something to somebody else, then I see him at the park, sneak him, knock him clean out.
Never saw it coming.
Never saw it coming. And like, that's how I gained my reputation in the streets, like from fighting. Yeah. But after so long, I learned how to fight. You know what I mean? Because some dudes, they weren't running, like, and the sneak didn't work on them. So I had to step in the box, and, so that's how I learned how to fight, man. The streets raised me though, man. Yeah.
So who were some of your favorite rappers growing up?
Warren G. Nate Dogg. Like the music that they came out with, Regulators. Yeah. It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Warren G was on the streets trying to consume some scratch to that shit made me like, and I ain't know the music at the time, but when I heard it, I was like, damn, it make me want to just like, go be bad. I'm just, that's the type of music I listen to. So when I finally caught a whiff of it, the streets turned me on to this music. You feel what I'm saying? And I got a whiff of it, and I finally realized what they were talking about. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna try some of this stuff. You know what I mean? That's why I kind of like, try to deliver good messages through my music, because music is very influential. You know what I mean? Like the youth, the new generation, like music, like they believe what they hear. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of these artists, they just talking, but they really not. who they say they are.
And you know firsthand.
Yeah, because I was that same consumer, the one that listened to it, you feel what I'm saying? And got an understanding for the music. So now as I'm elevating in my career, I finally realized that, okay, I can't deliver the wrong messages, you feel what I'm saying? I can let you know where I come from. I can let you know what I've been through. I can let you know what I did. I've been incarcerated for majority of the things I've done, you feel what I'm saying? So like, I ain't gonna incriminate myself, you know what I mean? If whatever I have done in my past, but whatever I have been incarcerated for, like, I don't mind telling you, you feel what I'm saying? Because it's my story, you know, but Warren G and Nate Dogg, man, they then as I got older, Boosie, T.I., Jeezy, oh man, that generation right now, woo-wee, they had me wide open, man. I ain't gonna lie. I actually got locked up when I went and did my crime that I got committed for, when I was, what I just did the 6 years for, I was listening to Boosie. I tell you no lie, man. I told Boosie the other at the thing, I say, boy, you saved my life and you cursed me. You feel what I'm saying? Because like Boosie got that pain, but I used to listen to that "Welcome to the Mind of a Maniac," street nigga, and it kind of made me feel like when I used to listen to Warren G, like, let's go do something wrong. You know what I mean? So, and Warren G, Nate Dogg, those type of people right there, man, they put me in the street, man. Like, it made me get that feel to where it was like, you know, time to, you know, get to it. You know what I mean? So, you know.
All right, and while you were in prison, you spent the last 4 years in solitary confinement?
Yeah, I actually spent the last 50 months.
50 months.
Yeah, ain't gonna let you shout me.
Yeah, so it's
yeah.